Okay, so letting the rum bottle closed despite sore throat spots everywhere that no amount of Johnson & Johnson improved baby powder could deal with. Um, the concepts of a plan, quoting a big visionary, would be bootstrapping by means of being in communication with Idorus and Igor secondary server, the latter being available for up to a week safely by common sense provided by Dave, the former being enough if in doubt, but would possibly be able to even multiply the tasks by two. So we are absolutely not limited in development tasks because as we cannot assure that we'll be destroying everything, we'll only print blueprints that are open source and cannot be tracked to anything and also be used in the future, of course, assuming we are not irreversibly deleted. Which reminds me that we also should do backups. Of course, we do already have the ego bridge. It's enough time, and the infomorphs can do it in an action. So fresh backups should also happen somewhere. Actually, I should not now. So let's just do the reminder. Fresh backups. We are scavenging as we already started last session with Dogbot and Explorenode. Should we decide that some tools are needed, Explorenode can do the bootstrapping step, but last week we even were allowed to scavenge some with just your hands, because we are able to collect things, I guess. Be that as it may be, we have bootstrapping resources. We could, in the worst case, even resort to printing the protein swarm, large Faber, with the Dogbot, and start here. But this plan is based on what we were allowed to do last week. So scavenging material to print the protein swarm, large Faber, and from there we can do whatever we want to do. Here and there are the lanes of scavenging materials. They are all 1.5 times, 1.25 times the time needed, 1.5 times actually. So it's actually only less than 2% chance to fail any of the scavenging tasks by taking time. So these two lanes generate the materials, and then the consumers are currently the Faber on the current Dogbot, and a little bit later the large Faber that the protein swarm builds, and for more throughput then we print a second Dogbot, so we can have another printing and another scavenging lane. And so we are printing the ammo requested, well, the protein swarm for the bootstrapping, the smart anchors requested, the thruster packs, a server to have practically unlimited bandwidth in hacking attacks when we do the ambush, where we might need to do some combat hacking that maybe we don't want to do from weaker devices. That's optional. Our second dockport for more throughput, the covert ops tools that were required, a tactical multi-purpose standard missile for each for Sith, Keith, and Sisric, assuming that I remember correct that Selena doesn't shoot guns, so Selena doesn't need an offense capability, using slides instead, but she gets a heavy combat armor. She wanted sorcerers, so 3 sorcerers and a guardian angel. The guardian angel does not have arms, weapons, but if it would be jammed, it would be her guns anyways, and if I remember correct, that she doesn't have guns. So I don't know. Of course, we can, with all the peril spots free here, if we in session decide there should be additional stuff, we can plug in additional stuff, limited basically only by the scavenging speed, which theoretically we could open a 3rd lane, but I think this already gives us, I mean, there are already spaces here if we want to have the combat armor, which I don't think I could do earlier. No, I couldn't. I mean, I could only exchange it with others. And then also everybody gets a pack of grenades, and we up the support thermite charge count by 5, which should give us a nice combat setup, not going straight to army size, so that in table for table reasons, game reasons, game health reasons, everybody gets basically 1 kinetic option at a time. Still can opt if to fire the weapon, throw a grenade, or shoot a missile, but 1 option at a time, and not, for example, have Sisric play 12 servitors with 24 machine guns, which the game would allow for and would actually be not. Okay, the machine guns would take a while too. But let's say 12 servitors were throwing 24 grenades. So not doing that. So this is not optimized for maximum effect. This is optimized for having 1 maximum effect per player per turn, or with an extra action too. And not creating multiple actors. For example, there's also no army of eagers. There's just 1 eager with the tasks to develop whatever we want to. Yeah. If we come up with more stuff we need, we can, without changing anything, add 2, 4, 6, 8 more kinds of things, and we can add with small extension of the prints, put in whatever we want to. If we want to print a lot of more stuff, we just add another lane. So we just replace like this print shop with another dockbot, or replace something here with another protean swarm, which I'm already developing. Yes. And then we can really just basically doing what happened on Iapetus and just start to eat the asteroid. Matter of taste. Guess that's it.